Hello, Falcons. Welcome to Falcons 360. I'm your host, Jamarcus White, and today we're going to be bringing you some special news about your need to know.
Hello, Falcons. My name is Hector, and I'm here with Mr. Whedon. Mr. Whedon, today I have two questions for you. What is the hardest part of your job?
I would say probably the hardest part of my job is just at this age, kids don't really understand the value of their education. So I would say just trying to, for a better word, force them to learn when you know it's best for them, but they don't yet see that. So just trying to teach these kids that how far an education can take them and the value of it. So I'll probably say that's the hardest part because they continue to fight against it and do so many other things that kind of pull their attention. So you're kind of fighting for their attention, trying to put their values back into an education. That would probably be the hardest part for me.
Thank you. Next question. Why did you want to become a principal?
I would say I wanted to kind of for some of the same reasons why the job is hard. I would say that just coming out of college, this is one of those things. I worked as a correction officer for 3 years. And just working around the different types of people who were in those facilities. I met a young man who kind of just got my attention and we kind of talked and he kind of went down the wrong road and that's how he landed there. So for me, just after building that relationship with one of those, and he was an inmate, after building that relationship, just realizing that this was something that I wanted to do. I wanted to work with kids at this age to kind of hopefully guide them down the right path so they don't end up on the path where that gentleman was. So I decided to go into education, and then I decided to become an assistant principal because I felt like I could touch more kids. Just being a teacher, I was limited to just the kids that came in my class, but when I became an assistant principal, I was able to work with the entire school. So that's why I wanted to be an assistant principal.
Thank you, Mr. Whedon.
My name is Dale Hudson, and I'm here with Miss Casanova, the 7th grade principal. I'm going to ask you 2 questions about the interview. What is your favorite? Why did you become a principal?
Well, as you know, to become an assistant principal, you have to be a teacher, and I love being a teacher. But as a teacher, I felt very limited in the things that I could do for my students because I can only reach out to the ones that were in my class and the ones that were in the organizations that I sponsor. So becoming an assistant principal, I was able to step out of the classroom and not only help the students in my class, but also help all the students in the whole school. And the same was with my team. I was only able to help the teachers that were part of my team, but now I'm allowed to help every teacher in our school. And that gives me an opportunity to reach out to everybody and just be a good positive influence for everyone.
Second question, what is the hardest part of your job?
I think the hardest part of being an assistant principal is being available for everyone at all times. Sometimes we're dealing with situations or we have a parent and then we have somebody else calling for us, and it's just being able to have that time for everyone and just make sure that everyone feels supported in our school.
Okay, that's all we have for the interview. Bye.
Hello, guys. I am here with Mr. Bush, our assistant principal, and today we're going to be asking him some questions. First question, why did you want to become a principal?
I wanted to become a principal because when I was teaching, I would see kids that would do fine in my classroom. When they would go to other classes or in the hallway, they would get in trouble, and so I wanted to be in a position or a better position to be able to help them. So that was my initial goal and started to become a principal.
Okay, thank you. Second question, what is the hardest part about your job?
I would say the hardest part of my job is trying to get kids that do not have the same priority as I have or as the school has to help them make it a priority and to get them on the same page and trying to get them to move forward and be successful.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Bush, today for our assistant principal interviews. We'll catch you next time.
My name is Dale Hudson. I'm here with assistant principal.
I'm Miss Richard.
First question. What is the hardest part of your job?
I'd have to say the most difficult part of my job is to have everyone on the same page. So we're all working towards a common vision for the campus, both faculty and students, and helping everyone see what their role is in it, and then supporting each person, identifying what their needs are and supporting them to reaching that vision.
Second question. Why did you want to become an assistant principal?
I wanted to become assistant principal because I felt like my reach could be extended. So when I left the classroom, it was my passion to always be a teacher. I love teaching math. I left the classroom to be a specialist because I felt like I could reach more students. If I worked with teachers on their strategies and helped them with instruction, then instead of reaching my 160 kids, I was influencing all of the 160 kids on the campus. However, when I left the role of a specialist to become an assistant principal, that extends my reach to the entire campus. So while I do still spearhead the math department, I still also get to reach other students and work with them on their behavior at campus-wide, making sure that they're working on their SOAR characteristics and encouraging them to stay on the correct path.
That's all we have for today.
Hello, my name is Jamarcus White, and today we're here with one of the assistant principals, Miss Payne. Okay, let's get started with our principal interview. First question, why did you want to become a principal?
Well, it's a rewarding career. It's indeed an honor and a pleasure to work with the students and the teachers here on our campus. I work with a wonderful group of students and a wonderful group of teachers, and I love it. It's just my passion. It's something that I wanted to do for a long time, and I like helping people.
Okay, thank you. Second question, what is the hardest part about your job?
Let's see, the hardest part about my job is when I speak with students and give them the opportunity to share or give them advice, and they go the opposite way and get in trouble, and then we have to clean it up a different way. Students are still learning how to handle problems, and we're working through that, and so that's just part of my job, to help them navigate through problems and situations.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Payne, for our principal interview. Bye.
Hello, Falcons. I'm Hector, and I'm here with Ms. Turner. I have two questions for you. Why did you want to become a principal?
I ask myself that on a daily basis sometimes, but honestly, I enjoy what I do. I enjoy the role I'm in. The first week as an assistant principal was hard because I had taken another step away from having my own class and my own students. But I've found ways, even in this role, to still connect and build relationships with kids, which is why I went into this job to begin with. But I don't know. It was a decision I made when I was a specialist after working with a couple of other administrators that were inspiring to me, and it felt like the right thing to do.
Next question. What is the hardest part of your job?
The hardest part of the job is probably when there are things going on that I can't control, that I really, things I want to do, that people I want to help, situations that are beyond my control that really I'm powerless to do anything about. You know, when students come to me with things going on or teachers come to me, it's just stuff that I want to help. I want to help a lot, and sometimes there really is absolutely nothing I can do, and that's hard.
Thank you, Ms. Turner.
Hi, my name is Christopher, and I'm with
Miss Gilder, Climate Intermediate Library.
and today we're going to be asking her a few questions. So first question, why did you want to become a librarian?
I wanted to become a librarian because I have a love for reading and I love giving information to people.
Second question, what is the hardest part of being a librarian?
The hardest part of being a librarian here at Climate Intermediate School would have to be helping students find books that think they don't like to read. And then the other hard part would be just trying to find enough space for all of the students that want to come in here.
Final question. What is your favorite book to read?
I have a lot of favorite books. I can't just pinpoint one, but my favorite genre is historical fiction. And the reason why is because I love history and I love books that are surrounded around history.
And that is all for today.
Thank you for watching another episode of Falcon 360. Don't forget to like and subscribe.